Hi, it's Cara and today we are doing a book review. Today we're talking about Ace of Shades by Amanda Foodie. So Ace of Shades follows our main character N, who is a prim and proper sophisticated lady, and her mother has recently gone missing in the City of Sin. What do they call it again? What's the town's name? New Reigns. And so it's essentially a casino, Las Vegas-y kind of Sin City. And her mother had left her a message saying if she wasn't back in 8 days, she was dead. So Anne is on her way to the City of Sin to try and find her mother. And we also follow Levi, who is a con-man thief, gang leader, gang lord in this city, and who is Anne's first lead. So that's the plot. It progresses a lot from there, but basically everything else is spoilers, so I'll steer clear of there. So let's talk about characters for a second. I find Anne to be really interesting, but I didn't know that going into it. For the first maybe 50 or so pages, I thought she was a little bit one-dimensional and lackluster. But basically 90% of the plot in this book is character growth for Anne. So if you start this and you're like, I'm not really sure I like her, she seems a bit out of character for what you know about her, or a bit flat and one-dimensional, that definitely changes as the book progresses. So you can keep that in mind. Levi, on the other hand, I think is a strong character right from the start. He's obviously got this criminal kind of element, but also is a really strong-willed person who has a very strong sense of what is right and wrong, and considers himself a very good person. So it's very interesting to watch him walk that like morally grey line where he's like, I would never do A, B, C, and D. Like, he kind of has his very own strong moral code, I guess. And he's trying to come to grips with how some of the actions he's been forced into go against his very clear moral code. So I found Levi complex and interesting from the very start, and the tension between the two of them I thought was really well done. Obviously I won't talk about the plot and the narrative too much here because 80% of it, as I said, is spoilers. The premise is basically all I can give you, because literally the whole way through the book is like reveal after reveal after reveal after reveal. And I actually really enjoyed that. I thought the intensity and the way the mystery was built up was really well done. One of my favorite things about this book. And also I was concerned that when I got to the end I would feel like I knew everything, and then book 2 wouldn't be as good because I wasn't having that kind of plot, reveal driven plot. That was so not the case. By the time I got to the end, there were still so many things that I didn't know what was going on, but the arc of the book itself had wrapped itself up well enough to feel satisfying. Like, I'm not literally dying for book 2, but there are so many loose threads that I was actively thinking about the whole way through this book that I'll continue to think about in the next book that stirred my brain. I also really loved that the plot intensity kept building and building. I guess that's kind of a rehash of what I've already said, but there's definitely a trend in this book for the plot to get more and more intense, and you don't realize what it's going to be at the end from the start. Which brings me to the writing. I think this would have been better for me if I had have read it very fast in a short period of time, but unfortunately for the first 100, 200 pages, I was really busy, so I was reading it quite slowly, and I think that contributed to my feeling of the first bit dragging. I don't necessarily think it was a writing problem, but more my reading experience problem, that my reading of it was dragging, not the writing itself. And that regularly happens to me, I guess. So I know that's a problem I have. Otherwise, I think the writing was very strong. It's not any kind of beautiful lyrical prose, like Laini Taylor or something like that. And I've definitely read mystery books with better prose, like maybe Libba Bray's Diviner's trilogy series. But I thought that the characters and the pacing and the plot were very, very strong. It definitely carried this book. Overall, thought Ace of Shades was a really good start to the series, and it shows a lot of promise for the rest of the books to come. I'm desperate to see where this continues on. I can already see the threads that are going to be tying into book 2, and I'm very excited for that. I ended up giving it a 4 stars. I think it lost that 5th star not for any kind of major problem or anything that I thought was wrong, but more because I wanted something a little extra or wow factory from this, which it didn't deliver. But hopefully the series as a whole becomes a 5-star series rather than a 4-star series. So I'm very much looking forward to book 2 in this series. Thank you for watching my review of Ace of Shades by Amanda Foodie. Comment down below if you've read this book, and feel free to chat about it with me, though be mindful of spoilers and things for other people. And otherwise, I will see you soon with another video. I'll see you next time. Bye!